Hi guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can create complete AI agents if you don't know anything about AI or AI agents. In this video, I'm going to be using a tool called N8N and I'm going to be taking you from zero to a hero, meaning if you don't know anything about AI agents, you will be learning step-by-step process on how you can create your own agent and you will be able to sell this automations for thousands of dollars, or you can automate your own business processes if you are a small business or a large organization. So make sure to watch the complete video. Now, N8N is a tool which is a no-code tool. You don't need to learn any code. As you can see on my screen, that is N8N, and there are multiple versions of it. We will be using the free version, which you can install on your own local machine, and it's super simple to install that. So if you go to docs.n8n.io, I'm gonna add this link in the video description as well, and you go to npm. All you have to do is just go to your terminal and add this command, npm install n8n-g, just like I have already added, and my n8n instance is already running. So all you have to do is just open this terminal, right, and copy this command, paste this command, and run this command. After you run this command and complete the installation, all you have to do is just type in N8N and your N8N instance will be started, just like mine is already started, where you can see it's running on localhost, and that is how N8N looks like. So that is the homepage where all of my workflows are showing up. Now let me explain you guys what is the workflow and what is the meaning of AI agent. So let me take you to this whiteboard, and here I have this explanation. So workflows is basically automations or system where the output is predefined by tools. Let's suppose someone takes action on your website, fill up the form, and then it is automatically gone into your CRM, integrated with your CRM, and then customer will automatically be received an email or a notification that you have filled up the form, please contact us, yada, yada, yada. So that is a predefined automation, which we called workflow. So think of a post-product purchase automation. When someone purchases a product, maybe you create an automation that sends them an email within their order details. So it's a predefined automation where someone does an action on your website or whatever platform you're using. It is going to basically automate that and run the workflow which you have created. So that is a basic definition of a workflow, I would say, right? Now let's move on to the agent. Now here we are giving authority to an LLM, meaning if a user take an action on your website, LLM is going to basically decide that whether it should take the action of task 1, task 2, or task 3. So we have given a complete autonomous to our LLM or to our agent, which may be ChatGPT, OpenAI, or in this case, I will be teaching you guys with Google Gemini. So you can add any LLM, integrate any LLM, and give it full autonomous to make the decision on their own. So it is like automation to system where the LLM dynamically decide which tools and output is necessary. Think of a customer support agent that has access to tools. These tools could be things like creating support tickets or pulling in order history or even issuing refunds. Here, there is no way this automation could go. The agent has to decide that which tools to use in order to accomplish the request made by a user. So that is the agent, and I'm going to show you how you can build your own automated agents which will work on your behalf. There's also a simpler definition. So if you go to any LLM and ask LLM to do a certain action by going to a website, they won't be able to do that. They will tell you how to do that by yourself, but they won't be doing that by themselves. You'll have to make the action on your own. But in this case, via N8N, we are having a power that it will automatically perform the task without intervention, without any human action. So let's suppose we create an agent which posts content automatically on a schedule basis, just like I have an agent. So I'm going to show you guys an agent here. By the way, this is the hosted version of N8N. I'm going to explain that as well. Here you can see that I have these two workflows which are running on the cloud version of N8N. And what they does, they basically post content on LinkedIn, and this one posts content on Facebook automatically without my intervention. And there is an execution, which means what are the executions? So you can see that this execution, it automatically posted the content on LinkedIn and it automatically posted the content on Facebook. Now, LLMs won't do that on your behalf. LLMs don't have the capability to do that. But by creating AI agents, you can make it do the certain stuff, just like I showed you guys. So there are multiple versions of N8N. There is one which is the cloud version. So if I go to the pricing, you can see we have this starter package where we have $20 per month, where we will be running 2.5K workflow with 5 active workflows. So we can just have 5 active workflows with 2,500 workflow execution. And that's the pro version pricing. And for enterprise level, we will have to contact them. But there is also an open source version which we can download and then deploy that on our Google Cloud, on whatever cloud system you're using. I've already created a detailed tutorial on how you can install the N8N on your cloud completely for free. And I just showed you guys how to install the localhost version. So the problem with the localhost version is that it is not going to run 24/7, meaning you'll have to turn your laptop on and you'll have to make sure that your laptop is always connected with the internet in order to make sure that your workflows keep executing, keep performing the task which you want them to do, which is not really a friendlier way to do, which is not a suggested way to do. The suggested way to perform the workflow task execution on the schedule basis is to go with the cloud version, just like I have it here. So that's the cloud version where I have created a custom domain and installed the N8N, which does the task on my behalf autonomously. And even if I'm sleeping or whatever task I'm doing, it is going to automatically post the content on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on my behalf. And you can install N8N with this GitHub repo, which I have created. I also have the video embedded on this GitHub repo, which will basically give you a step-by-step process on how you can install N8N on Google Cloud and create workflows. Now, you got the idea about workflow and you got the idea about agent. Now let's go to N8N and explain you a little more detail. So here we have credentials where it stores all of the connections. So let's suppose we want our workflow to create a new calendar event or to upload a file into a Google Drive. We will have to create the credentials and link it with our N8N. So that is credentials. As you can see, I have Google Drive account already connected. I have LinkedIn account. I have Facebook account. I have Google Sheets connected. I have my OpenAI account. And this is a Superbase account. This is Gmail. You can also send emails via N8N. I mean, it's a really cool way to automate cold emailing process. I also have a workflow for that. I'm going to link the video in the description so you can learn from that as well. By the way, I have created multiple small videos on how to connect Google, on how to connect LinkedIn, on how to connect Facebook. I'll add the link of those videos in the description, but I'll try to cover everything in this video, but I'll also try to make it short. So if I miss something, I'll try to add it in the description so you can watch my other videos. Okay, now when you know how the N8N works and what is N8N, what is AI agents and workflow, I'm going to be creating a basic workflow in order to show you guys how you can create your own workflow. It is super simple and there is no code needing for you to learn. So that is my hosted N8N. I've already explained you guys what is workflows, credentials, and execution. Now let's create a new workflow. I'm going to click on create workflow. And here's the first step, which it is basically asking us to add a first step, meaning we want to add a trigger. So if we click on this, we will have these nodes, which we call, right? And there are different type of nodes. There are 5 main categories of nodes, and I have this mentioned here. So the first category which we have is the trigger node, meaning when we want to start a workflow, we will refer to these as triggers. And there is some action nodes. So when something happens, when triggers, it is going to basically perform an action like contacting to Google Sheet, adding data to Google Sheet, adding data to Airtable, or sending message to WhatsApp or Telegram. That we can do in action nodes. And there are utility nodes, which will basically transform the data, meaning if we are communicating between 2 different apps, meaning Google Sheet and WhatsApp, it is going to transform the data using the utility nodes. And then we have code nodes. It is as simple as like plain code, which we can add as a JavaScript code, or we can make HTTP requests, meaning it will visit the website on our behalf. We can also set webhooks. If you don't know about the technical terminologies, don't worry about that. We will go over that in a detail. Okay, advanced AI meaning that we will be adding our LLM, and we will add LLM chains. We can add multiple LLM agents, and it is going to perform advanced tasks like search, retrieval functionality, perform sentiment analysis, and a lot of advanced stuff which we can do with this advanced AI category nodes. Okay, now let's start with the first workflow. That is a workflow, and I am going to add a chat trigger node, which is basically start our workflow when someone chats with it. It is how it looks, and this is the settings. We can add the node as well. This is my first chat node, and we can enable display node in flow, and by clicking on this back to canvas, we are back to our workflow. And this is the name of our node, which we can rename as well. If we open up the options here, we have the option to rename it. Chat node, I can name it whatever I want, right? And it is basically we will do the chat with our node. Hi, how are you? So it is going to start our workflow when someone chats with this, right? We can add this on our website as well, and we can have this on a new window as well, but for now let's keep it here. Okay, so now I am going to give it a brain, which is the most important part of creating a workflow. And giving a brain meaning I'll connect it with an LLM. We can connect it with OpenAI. We can connect it with Google Gemini as well. Let me show you how. So let's click on this plus sign here. And here we have the first option, which is build autonomous agents, summarize or search documents, anything we can do with this advanced AI node. And here I'm going to select AI agent. So that is our agent. And if you click on this plus sign here, so let's go back for now, click on back to canvas. So as you can see, we have this agent, which we can connect with chat model. We can connect with any chat model, as I told you guys, and we will give it a memory, and we will give it access to tools. If we want to, whatever tool we want to give it access to, we can give it here, and it is going to give us an output from here, and we can then execute or perform any action we want to. Now let's first connect it with a chat model. You can connect it with OpenAI, Anthropic, AWS, Google Gemini. I'm going to show you with OpenAI and Google Gemini because those are the easiest one and those are the most often used, right? So I already have my credentials connected. So if you see that my OpenAI account is already connected, and these are all of the models available which I connected with. Now, if you do not have, obviously you would not have that connected because you're creating a new workflow and you're new to N8N, you would click on create new credentials and basically go to OpenAI platform, which is platform.openai.com/API keys, create your new account. And once you create your new account, you would need to create an API key. Let me show you guys how you can do that. So I'm going to log into my OpenAI account. And here you can see I already have created an API key, which is already connected. So all you would have to do is just add some balance on your account. So if I go to settings, I have this billing, and you can see I have $5 credit. You will add credit in order to enable that. If you sign up new, you would get, I think, $5 or $10 credit as well when you create a new account, but I'm not sure if they're still giving it. Once you do that, you would click on API keys and create a new API key. So just click on create new secret key and you would name it. And so let's do that, test key and create secret key. And here is the API key, and you would just click on create new credentials, add in your API key, and then click on save. And you will be connected to your OpenAI account. I'm going to delete that because I don't need that for now because I already have that account connected with my N8N. So I'm going to delete that and going to use the same one which is already I am using. Now let's try a different model as well, which is the Google Gemini. I'm going to delete this OpenAI key and click on this chat model plus sign again, and then go to Gemini one, Google Gemini chat model. Again, my Google Gemini account is already connected, but if you want to connect to your Google Gemini account, all you would have to do is just click on create new credential, and it is really simple to connect Google Gemini. You would go to aistudio.google.com, and from here click on get API key, and you would see your API key somewhere here, right? And once you find that, you just click on it and copy your API key and just paste your API key and then hit save. Once you do that, you will be connected like I am connected here. And here we have all of the different models. I would use the latest version, which is Google Gemini 2.5 Preview 6.5. That is the one which I would use. But there are different models, and different models have different type of output which you can get from them. And the good thing about Google Gemini is that it is completely free unless you don't use our token more than 200k. So you can use 200k tokens of this API key completely for free. So that's a free tier. In OpenAI, that is not the case. You will be paying for every single request you made using this OpenAI API key. Okay, now that we have connected our chat model to our AI agent, let's chat with it to see how it works. I'm gonna say, hi, how are you? Okay, you can see that our chat AI agent is responding back to us via the chat model connected with it. But the problem here is that there's no memory. So if I tell this AI agent, my name is Bilal, and I say again, how are you? Do you remember my name? Okay, you can see that it doesn't have a personal memory, and it says that it basically doesn't remember my name. So in this case, we will add a memory, and super easiest way to add in the memory is just to click this plus sign and then click on this simple memory. We have other methods to add in this MongoDB, where we will be storing the data to database as well. Here we have Postgres chat memory. There are other different methods, but the easiest way to do that is to add this simple memory, which stores in N8N memory. So no credentials are required, meaning you don't need to connect any external tool in order to save the memory. Now, if I click on that, it is giving us the context window length, meaning it is going to remember last 5 messages. We can increase that, we can decrease that. Let's do that 10 messages. So it is going to remember last 10 messages. And as you can see, it is connected to the chat trigger node, meaning it when someone chat with it, it is automatically connected with it and going to remember the chat within this chat node. Okay, now let's do one thing. Let's test it again. After adding the memory, I am going to remove the chat history here by clicking on this delete button and this refresh button sign here. And I'm going to test it again. Hi, how are you? And here we have this latest log which shows what it does. So we send request to AI agent, it checked the simple memory, and it then communicated with Google Gemini chat model and then responded back. And it's all the backend operation which we see here, input and this output here, right? And hello, I don't have experience meaning, or how can I help you today? Okay, so my name is Bilal, and I am creating a video tutorial to teach N8N. Okay, it responded back. That's fantastic. N8N is a powerful tool. It gives a whole huge output. Okay, I'm gonna ask, what is my name? It should remember my name because we have connected the memory. Your name is Bilal. Okay, fine. Now we have memory, we have our chat model connected, and we have our AI agent. Now we're gonna create a simple AI agent which will basically communicate with our Google Sheet and tell us if we have any product inventory in low or if we have any inventory which is 0 in stock. So it is basically going to communicate with Google Sheet and tell us, and we are basically we are going to build a chat interface from our Google Sheet which is going to check if we have any low inventory or anything like that, right? So in the tools, I am going to click on plus sign and then find Google Sheet. And here I already have Google Sheet account connected, but in order to connect your own Google account, what you will need to do is click on create new credential. And here I am going to teach you how you can connect your Google Sheet account. So go to console.google.cloud, console.cloud.google.com. And here you will need to create a project. Obviously, you will also need to add a credit card in order to get the Google Cloud. Here I have the project already created. You might not see a project here, or you might have a pop-up where it will ask you to create a new project. All you have to do is just click on create a new project and name a new project. Once you do that, you will need to go to APIs and services and go to enabled APIs and services. And here you will have a screen like this, and here somewhere you will find Google Sheet. So I'm gonna search Google Sheet if I have it here. Okay, here we have this Google Sheets API. Alternatively, you can also search it within here. So Google Sheets API. And here you will find the Google Sheets API. Just click on Google Sheets API because we are connecting our Google Sheets API. And here I am seeing here manage part. You would see here enable because I already have it enabled. So I'm seeing the manage button here. I'm going to click on manage. But once you click on enable, you would have it something like this. And once you enable the API, you would go to credentials. And then here you would need to create this OAuth client. You will need to create this new credentials. So click on this create credentials and click on OAuth client ID. Here you are going to define what type of application you're using it to. We are using it on a web application. So let's click on web application. I'm going to name it N8N tutorial test because I am going to delete that. Okay. Now we have to add authorize redirect URIs, which is this here. So that is our OAuth redirect URL, which we will need to add in our Google Cloud Console, right? So click on authorize redirect URIs, click on add URI, and I'm going to add this URL here. Click to copy and then paste this URL. Perfect. Click on add URI, and here we have this URI added. Okay, now let's click on create. Perfect. We have our client ID and client secret showing up now. Now I will need to copy this to my Google Sheet account, which I'm creating, the credentials which I'm creating. So I am going to copy this client ID, paste it here, and then copy the client secret, and then paste it here. And then I would need to sign in with Google, right? Once you sign in with Google and authorize that, you will create a new credential and you will be able to communicate with all of the Google Sheets document. I'm going to skip the step because I already have the Google account created. I am also going to delete my API keys here because I don't want to be bombarded with a lot of API requests. So I am going to remove that and make sure not to display your API key ever or share it with anyone because Google might drain your credit card because your credit card is already in the account. Okay, so I am going to remove that. Close. I have this Google Sheet account already connected, which I am going to use. Okay, now the tool description which I want to give is click on set manually and let me show you the Google Sheet which I'm going to use. So that is basically sample inventory, basically all of the dummy data which I have for my t-shirt store, and it says the inventory, where it is, should be here somewhere. Variant inventory. Okay, so that is my inventory of the product. Quantity of each item. One is 0, one is 20, 55, 10, 12, and these are the name of the different products which we have. So that's the complete dummy data, and I am going to communicate via AI agent to this Google Sheet document. Okay, and once the Google Sheet tool is added and the credential is connected, you have connected your credential and selected it here. Click on set manually and tell this tool to communicate with the Google Sheet which you have it here. So that's the Google Sheet which we will be communicating with. The name of the Google Sheet, the document of the Google Sheet is called sample inventory, and we have the data in sheet 1. And here we will basically define what we need to do with this tool. So if I hover over the description, you can see that it is going to explain to the LLM what this tool does. A good specific description would allow LLMs to produce expected results much more often. So we will just tell this Google Sheet tool what we need to do with it. So we need to read, update, and write data to Google Sheets in sample inventory document sheet 1. Please provide now I think that's enough, sheet 1. So it is going to read, update, and write data to Google Sheets in sample inventory document sheet 1. And we will also have to define this below here. So sheet within document, get rows, and we will search the document, which is by the name of sample inventory. So that's my document. It is basically going to list all of the documents which you have in your Google Drive. Okay, sample inventory, not the Google Drive, but the Google Sheets. The Google Drive API is different, but the Google Sheet is different. We have connected just the Google Sheets. Okay, and from list, so we have just one sheet in this document. That's why it just shows the sheet 1. Perfect. Okay, now let's remove the chat history and from here as well, right? And now we're going to communicate. Hi, how are you? And for the model for the Google Gemini, I am going to use the Flash one. Okay, we are already using the Flash one because the other models which this Google Gemini has takes a lot of time to respond, especially this one, which is Google Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview, which is basically a thinking model. So whenever we chat with this model, it takes a time to think a lot. So I'm going to just select the Flash one here, which is 2.5 Flash Preview, and go back and let's say, hi, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. How can I help you today? Please check my inventory from Google Sheet and let me know if there is any product with 0 inventory. Okay, now let's see. Okay, you can see that our agent is communicating and reading all of the data in Google Sheet. And now you can see that it has given us that, yes, the example t-shirt has 0 inventory. Now if I go back to my Google Sheet, which one is that? Example t-shirt. So that is the one which has 0 inventory. What is the row ID of that product? Let's ask a little more detail. Entire Google Sheet. Okay, it is not reading the Google row ID. I think I asked wrong question. What is the handle or what is the title? We can ask within that, right? So let me ask something else from this, which is okay, what is the barcode of that product? What is the barcode of the product with 0 inventory? Now you can see that it is reading the data with Google Sheet, and you can see that we got the barcode. The barcode of the product with 0 inventory, example t-shirt, is 365. So if I copy this from here, paste it here, you can see that is the barcode, which is okay. We have the same barcode for the other product as well. But anyway, you got the idea that how we can create basically a simple basic agent which can communicate and read the data from the Google Sheet. You can do that on your own with N8N. I told you how to install that. Install the N8N. You have the basic understanding of workflow, credentials, and you have the basic understanding of the nodes and connecting the nodes as well. Now let's create another workflow when I'm going to create a little advanced workflow to automate the social media posting, where we will automatically post new content to our Facebook page. Also, if you have watched this tutorial till now, I am showing you this LinkedIn workflow, which is basically I'm using on my live LinkedIn profile with 2,000 followers. If you want me to reveal the result of this AI agent which has given me, and it is basically running since last 1 month and posting content on my LinkedIn profile regularly. If you want to see the results, the impressions, the number of clicks which this agent, let me know in the comments below, and I'll share the real results of this AI agent which has given me a lot of impressions and clicks on the post which it automatically created. I didn't do anything. I just created this agent one time, and it is now giving me more followers, more impressions in my LinkedIn profile. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to show you the real results of this AI agent. Okay, now I'm going to create a little advanced workflow in which it will automatically pull up the latest news, analyze the latest news, and check which one will give more impact to your social media. And we will be posting that article to Facebook. So initially it is going to schedule it automatically. So every 12 hours or every 24 hours, it is going to post. And the first step will be the scraping data from news, the latest news, analyzing which article is more trending and which article will get more CTR or will get more clicks. And then after analyzing that content, it is going to create a unique new content and automatically post that to your Facebook. So that is the workflow which we will be creating, just like you see it here. That is the workflow. And in this workflow, you can see that the first step, we have this schedule trigger, which automatically triggers it on every 24 hours. And here we have this switch, meaning on Monday, it is going to set a different topic. On Tuesday, it is going to set a different topic, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. These all set fields are going to set a different topic for every single day. So for example, on Monday, we have this entertainment. It is going to post about entertainment. On Tuesday, it is going to post about education. And on Wednesday, it is going to post about the news here. And it is going to request this topic to the API, the free API, which I'm going to show you guys. This is the API which we will be using, gnews.io. It is basically going to search the trending article and response back with the trending articles, which you will give it query for. And then we will analyze those articles which we get back from this request and analyze it, that which article is going to get more clicks. And then we will analyze it using Google Gemini. Then we will pass it on to another AI agent, which will create a new unique content and then post it to Facebook. Okay, now let's start creating that. I am going to create that on my new workflow. Let's leave without saving on this workflow and create a new workflow. I am going to name it Facebook content poster, right? So the first step, which is the trigger node, which will be the scheduled trigger node, meaning it is going to automatically start that every single day. So days between triggers, 1, it is going to trigger at hour midnight. We can select the hours at night. So 1 a.m. to n, whatever time you want to trigger it, it is going to automatically trigger every single day, right? Now, what we need here is first add HTTP request. So it is going to send request to this API and get back the articles in response, right? So that is our API. And that is our search endpoint. And if we click on it, you can see that we get a JSON response. So that is our HTTP request. That is our query. That is our language. That is our country. And that is our API key. So we're going to use the same format. So let's copy that. And in HTTP requests, we're gonna search this on this URL here. And authentication is none. We will send the query parameters. And the query parameters will be, the first parameter is our Q, which is basically the topic. Currently, we are searching the topic example, but in this case, I'm going to search for entertainment. So it is basically behaving like a human and searching via this API to a search engine type of system where it will respond back with the article. Similarly, what we do with the Google, when we go to Google, we give it query and get back the response. In this case, we are giving query to this gnews.io and we will get response back. So we are giving query for entertainment, add another parameter, and I am going to give a language as well. So that's the language code, EN, add another parameter, which will be country. If we want to get the news from any other country, we can just define it here. Add another parameter, which will be our max, meaning how many results do we want in one single query. The max number of results, which we get 2, but we do not want 10 results. We will be just analyzing 3 articles using our Google Gemini AI agent, and Google AI Gemini agent will let us know which article is the most preferred one in terms of getting more clicks, right? Okay, add another parameter, and I'm gonna get this API key, and that is our API key. Don't worry about the key. I am going to delete that API key after this tutorial, so don't bother about using the same API key. Okay, now let's try that. Test a step. Here we have, you can see that it sent the request and we got this response. So that's the number one article, Unveils Fox in multiplayer, and that is another article, article 1, and that is another article, right? And now we are going to add our agent. So let's click on this plus sign and connect our AI agent. I am going to use the chat model with the Google Gemini, which is free. You can use that as well. Select the model as Google Gemini 2.5 Flash. Where it is, 2.5 Flash. Okay, the TTS one generates images, so we are not going to use that. That is the one which we will use. And perfect. Now let's give it a prompt as well. And we are going to give it a prompt that analyze these articles and let us know which is more preferred to get more clicks, right? So I am going to select define below here and give it a prompt. That is the prompt which we will give to our LLM. Act as a professional social media marketing agent and analyze following articles and let me know which one is most likely to get more clicks on Facebook, right? So that's the basic prompt I'm gonna give. You can create advanced prompt using ChatGPT. You're just gonna go to ChatGPT and ask that what should be the prompt which I use to get the desired output, right? And now I am going to drag and drop my article here. So that's the title of the article which I'm gonna drag and drop. Let's give it article 1. That is the article 1. And now let's give it article number 2. I'm also gonna give some more details here. And now let's give it article 3. Okay, where's article 3 title? Article 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is the article 3. Basically, it's starting from 0. So that's our article 3, right? So it is going to analyze these 3 articles and respond back that which one is more likely to get more clicks. It is going to go viral if we share that in Facebook. So it's a chance it can go viral, but it might not go viral as well. Okay. And what else do we need to add in here? Okay, now let's do the same for content description and URL as well. And I am going to give it like this. So that's the title of the article. That's the content of the article. That's the description of that article. Drag and drop. And that is the URL of that article, right? And now I am going to copy and paste on the article 2 and on article 3 and then just change the number. Okay, now 1, 1, 1. Okay, now on this prompt, we are giving our AI agent 3 different articles, and asking the AI agent, let us know that which one is going to get more clicks, predict that which one is more trending and which one is more likely to get more clicks, right? Now let's click on back to canvas. Now what I want is an output which I can then post to Facebook, right? So I am going to double click on that and I am going to enable that, toggle that on, which says it requires specific output format. I'm going to enable that, and here we have the option to connect an output parser, meaning it is going to parse the result which we will have it by giving all of this input. We will have an output with a specific parser, and here we are going to define our JSON structure of how we want the output to be. So let's click on that, and here we will need the title, and here we are going to say we need here title of the post. And here we need the summary. So we're going to define it here and we're going to remove that. 200 words summary of the article, right? And now the third one, what we will need is URL of article, https example.com. That is the format of how we need the output to be, right? Now let's give it a request and see what we get in our output. Let's add a wait node here so we can see our output. Let's wait for 1 second. It is basically going to execute when the schedule trigger runs, and it is going to send the request to our API, get the articles, process it via AI agent, and then give us result in this wait node. I'm going to click on test workflow, which will make this AI agent run instantly. It is not going to wait for the schedule, but if we have the schedule trigger, meaning it is automatically going to trigger every single day at midnight, right? But it has to be on your cloud. Remember that in the local host, if you shut down your computer, it is not going to work because the N8N instance is running on your local machine. Ideally, you will need to deploy your N8N instance to the cloud, just like I have it here. Again, I have the tutorial link in the description. Okay, now let's test the workflow to see what the output we are going to get. Okay, we have our wait node completed. Our agent has completed the execution, and let's see what we got. So we gave articles and that's what we got. So that is the one which is more likely to get clicked, and that is the URL and that is the description, right? And now we're going to simply post it to the Facebook by adding the Facebook node. Let's search for Facebook Graph API. And I've already connected with my Facebook account. So I already have it connected with my Facebook account. And I'm just going to show you guys how it basically works. Now, in order to post this to our Facebook automatically via N8N, obviously we'll have to connect the Facebook credentials. I'm not going to go over how to connect Facebook credentials because it is a long process. I've created a separate video which you will find in the description or somewhere around the screen, where you will find a step-by-step process on how to connect Facebook. Basically, you'll have to create an app, create an access token, and then extend the life of access token. It is a long process. I don't think it's something which I can cover in this video because I don't want to make this video very long. So it's good to have the video content on pieces. You will find the link in the description where you will learn how to connect Facebook credentials with N8N. Okay, now once you have it connected and showing up here, we will post it. So for the request method, click on post, and then Graph API version will be the latest one, which is the 22.0. Note, it is going to be me because I'll be posting on my behalf. Edge is feed. So that is the API documentation thing, which I am going to go over on some of the video in detail. But all you have to do is just add in feed here and add in node when you are adding text article or adding text content as a social media post on your Facebook, right? And we will be adding query parameters. And here we will add a parameter called message. And now that is the value where we can post anything for our social media post. And we're going to add the title. And let's add in summary, I guess. Yeah, summary is much better. Let's add in summary. And then we will add read more and add the URL as well. So if someone want to add some more detail about the article, they can go directly to that link. Okay. Now it is going to post it on my Facebook page. The Facebook page which is connected to this instance is this one. Right? So that is the page which is connected. Once I hit test step, it is going to post it to my Facebook page. Now let's click on test step. And here you go. You can see that it has given me the ID of that post which has been posted. Now, if I go to my Facebook page and click refresh, you can see that the article has been posted just now, and that is the content poster. That is the name of the app which I have created in Facebook in order to post or connect it with N8N. And again, link in the description to link the Facebook with N8N. Okay, I'm gonna remove that because I don't need that. Okay, I've removed that. Now we have successfully created an agent which will automatically post content on our Facebook on the scheduled basis on midnight every single day, right? Now I would make it a little more advanced. Let's disconnect this node here and let's make it wait because I don't want to post again and again. Now we will make it a little more advanced by changing the topic every single day. Now I want to check if it's Monday, then post about this, and a Tuesday, post about something else, something like that, right? So in order to do so, I am going to add a switch node, which is basically check what is the value, and it is going to change the topic, right? And now I am going to add a set node based on that. Okay, now I want to check if it's Monday. So let's suppose it's Sunday, then the topic should be entertainment. Add another routing rule. If it's Monday, then the topic should be politics. Add another routing rule. Add Tuesday, the topic should be AI technology. So it is going to basically give this topic to our API key and extract the topic based on the day which we are posting. So if it's Monday, it is going to do that, if it's this, and it's going to that, right? And we are comparing the day from this schedule trigger. So it has this value where it checks what is the day of the week, right? So we should not have it here, entertainment, if it's Sunday. And we are gonna copy this if it's equal to Monday, and if it's equal to Tuesday. So this switch node basically going to check which day it is when we are posting. So if I test this step, it is going to return back the day of the week, right? And we will basically create different switch cases. Here we have 0, 1, 2, right? So the 0 is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let's rename the output as well so we remember that. So this should be Sunday, and this should be Monday, and this should be Tuesday, right? And now let's go back. Now you can see that on Sunday, it is going to follow this route here. But if it's Monday, it is not going to do anything. And if it's Tuesday, it is not going to do anything. So we will connect all of this with this HTTP request. And for that, we are going to remove this and add a set node in order to set the value if it's Sunday. So you can see that we are going to map it from this switch case. So if it's Sunday, it is going to set this topic. I'm going to name it Sunday topic. And now let's do that for Monday. Another set node. Let's forget the value for now. Rename it Monday topic. And let's do the same for Tuesday. And you will do that for all week because we did that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But if it's Wednesday, it is basically going to stop the workflow. So we are going to create that for every single day. I'm just showing you guys for 3 days. You can do the rest on your own. So that's like a practice for you in order to do on your own. Tuesday topic. Just like I have it on this workflow here. So you can see here I have the switch case where I have it going to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it is basically setting the value here. So that's the variable and that's the value. It is basically going to pass this topic to this HTTP request node here. So in this queue, we have this JSON.topic, right? We're going to do the same here on our a new workflow, which is this here. So on Sunday, we are going to set the topic to be entertainment. And for Monday, we are going to set the topic to be politics or whatever you want. I'm just adding an example values here. For Tuesday, let's rename this node as well. Tuesday set. And the topic should be AI tech, right? So it is now going to set the topic. Now I am going to connect these 3 nodes to this HTTP request. Now this schedule trigger will pass on the value of day of the week to this switch, and this switch is going to check if it's Sunday, then it's going to go to this route here. And if it's Monday, it is going to go to this route here. And if it's Tuesday, it is going to go to this route here, right? So you just need to add in for the rest of the week, right? And in HTTP request node, I am going to add this, change this value, execute the previous node, so I have the values. So here you can see that today is Sunday when I'm creating this video. I'm going to basically drag and drop it here for the query parameters, right? The same for the Monday topic. So it is basically detect which day it is, and it is going to put the value of this topic here. Today is Sunday, that is why it's showing entertainment. If it's Monday, it is going to something different, and on Tuesday, it is going to do something different. Tuesday set. Yep. So Sunday topic, Monday topic, and Tuesday topic to make it more clarifying. Yep. So that's how easy it is to create an agent, which will basically check which day of the week it is, and based on the day of the week, it is going to research on the topic and check which news is trending, and then process it and analyze it, and analyze it via AI agent to see which one is going to have more chances to become viral, and then automatically post that to your Facebook account, right? So that's how you can create advanced AI agents. I tried my best to cover most of the usual stuff which is required to create AI agents, but this is a beginner level tutorial as mentioned in the video. If you want me to create more advanced and the long video for creating more advanced N8N agents, let me know in the comments below. That's it for the video. Until next video, have a great day.